Hi ho and welcome to Curtain Call, where I'll be talking about all things theatre, and today is my review of Hairspray at the London Colosseum. I'm really excited to see the show, to be honest. There's a lot of things I'm looking forward to. Hairspray is probably one of my favourite film musicals out there. I haven't done like a ranking, but I'd say in the top 5 because I just love it so much. One thing I'm actually really looking forward to with this show is seeing Michael Ball. Oh my word, it's like if you wanted to see Hairspray and playing Edna, you want Michael Ball to play it. That's my own personal opinion. Everybody's got their favourite, but I've never seen him before. But whenever someone says on stage Hairspray, I always think of Michael Ball. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him in it. Also playing Edna's husband, Wilbur, is Les Dennis, the legend Les Dennis. You might know him from like Family Fortunes and Corrie. I've always been a fan of his. I don't have too much hopes for his dancing and singing. I think it's going to be entertaining, especially with them two together. I think they will be a great pair. To be honest, that's the reason why I'm down here, because it's the last Saturday before this run of Hairspray finishes. So yeah, it's going to be really good. Well, I hope it's going to be good. I've got good seats. I'm in the dress circle, second row, B, as you would have guessed. It cost me, I can't think the exact price, but between 90 and 95 quid. Yeah, I'd rather not pay that, but I wanted to pay that amount. I didn't want to miss out on Michael Ball. If I wanted to just go see Hairspray, I'd have just waited for the tour. But it's because of that appeal of Michael Ball and Les Dennis. And for me, before seeing the show, I think it'll be worth it. But we'll see in the review. A couple of numbers I'm really looking forward to is, of course, You Can't Stop the Beats. I think that'll be an excellent song. Welcome to the 60s. That'll be a great number. I'm really looking forward to the duet between Les and Michael. You're Timeless to Me. That I think that's going to be a good number. I think it'll be quite comical. So yeah, I think that's all I want to talk about before the actual review. So the next time you see me will hopefully be at the interval, if I can find a place to talk. I'm really enjoying it. It's mainly the music that is getting me excited for the show. Welcome to the 60s. Mama and Big Girl Now. That was a great number. Them two have been like my standout for songs. Also with the last song, Big Blonde Beautiful, that got a right eruption. When Michael Ball and Les Dennis came on stage, big applause came, which was good to see. Hey up, I'm back from theatre now. I'm back in the hotel room. With these reviews, I want to be totally honest. I don't want to butter anything up when I don't believe it, because what's the point of me doing these reviews? Did I think it was the best musical I've ever seen? No. Do I think it's the worst? No. And let me explain. I don't want to compare it to the film a lot, but I think what I'm about to say is justified. In the film, the main narrative for me when I watch it is black people getting their rights by getting on the Corny Collins show as equals. With the stage version, it seems like they brush that under the carpet and don't really go with it. The stage version is about Tracy getting her big break, Link getting his signed recording, and I don't get it. I thought this was a show about diversity and equal rights, but it's not. And that was a bit puzzling at the end. I was a bit like, what? Another negative, it felt like most main characters were trying to be that comedy act. Penny is one of the funniest characters in the show, and she was hilarious. Edna and Wilbur, they have some funny moments, which is great. But then there's Amber, who wants to be funny all the time. Then there's Amber's mum, who wants to be funny all the time. Penny's mum, who wants to be funny all the time. The chairman of the Hairspray show wants to be funny. It's not the performers, it's at the scriptwriters and the producers of the show. I think it needs a rewrite, and I can see why it's not a permanent spot on the West End, and it keeps on coming back every couple of years. It's just frustrating because I will come into the show really like high hopes, and I feel a bit like deflated, and that's a shame. That I am going to go into the positives now, because there are some great positives. I'll have to talk about Michael Ball. Brilliant, as good as I thought he were going to be. Really happy with his performance. He was funny, he was camp, his one-liners with Les, oh, brilliant. Your Timeless to me did not disappoint. It was so good. I think it got the biggest applause of the night. All the audience members got into it when Michael came first on stage. Massive eruption. Les Dennis, massive eruption. And also for Mortimer Melbell, performed by Charlene Hector. Wow, she was amazing. Massively impressed by her. What a voice. What a voice on her. Lizzie Bay, what a name that is. Tracy, fabulous. She had a fantastic voice on her. Johnny Amy's Link, he had that charm, he had that Link kind of characteristics that you want to see. Rita Simons, who played Velma, I didn't like it. I didn't like her performance. She was playing a villain, like in a panto, like, you know, I want to be booed, but there was no one booing. Amber, performed by Georgia Anderson. I think she's a terrific performer, but I think the direction was wrong. This is what I was on about earlier, with her trying to be funny when just play the role of this spoiled brat. Mary McGinley from Penny, she was fabulous. Les, when he started to sing Your Timeless to Me, like I could hear the music coming along. What a voice he's got! What pipes! Like, don't get me wrong, he's no Michael Ball, but he was a lot better than what I thought was going to happen. My word, I was like, where's that come from? He can't dance for Toffee. For Your Timeless to Me, he can dance in that, but I think that's because that's his number. He's got to perfect it. I want to mention Corny Collins as well. Michael Vincent, wow, he was really good. Like, he had that charm. You expect Corny to be corny. Yeah, brilliant. I think that's all I want to mention regarding with performers. Onto the production side of the show. The set was boring. It was just flat sets. The odd occasion where they had like big sets coming on, but yeah, wasn't too impressive. But I think that's because it is a cheap show to put on. Like, you know, it's just a filler for West End. The wigs, the costumes and makeup, brilliant. I don't like how the stage is, because it was when they were doing Welcome to the 60s, and I'm like, why are they not coming forward? They had two little side platforms at the end of the stage. Director wise, why didn't you get a couple of people forward and get the audience involved? I enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, you can do more. I just want to go to the names, because I kept on calling them director and script writers, but I want to name them. I want to name and shame them now. The book wise scripts, Mark O'Donnell and Thomas Meehan. Director, Jack O'Brien. Right, I think I've talked enough about the actual show point of view, so let's go on to theatre. Theatre's beautiful. Foyer's stunning. The auditorium is just a standard one, but seats are awful. They are so old. The arms were scratchy. Seat was not comfy at all. I kept on having to adjusting, and other people around me had to keep on adjusting. The ice cream was gorgeous. It was a mango sorbet. My first cider I spilled in the first 2 minutes of the show. It literally dropped, and I like, damn. They were nice cider actually. I didn't get the name of it because I put it in a cup, which I don't like personally. It's not like a football ground where you're gonna throw it at the actors, are you? It's coming up to the end of my review, so this means I talk about my star performer. As much as I'd love to give it to Lizzie Bay, who played Tracy, Michael Ball, of course, Les Dennis, my star performer has to be Mary McGinley, who played Penny. The energy she brought to the stage, the characterization for Penny was fantastic. She was so funny, her voice was stunning whenever she had to sing. Oh boy, yeah, I don't know how else to describe her, but I think she was perfect. She's probably one of the best performers I've ever seen on stage, and I'd like to go that far with her. If I'm fortunate to see her again in other shows, I'd be quite happy with that. I'd like to see her in other roles now, because she hit the nail on the head with Penny. Now let's go on to the nitty gritty, the star rating. Now when the show finished, and when I've been like talking about it now, like actually going through my thoughts, I'm going to give it 4 stars. It's not a 3, because I think that would be too harsh. That would be really harsh to give it, because the numbers are fantastic, and at the end of the day it is a musical. It's all about the songs and the dance. The dance was just spectacular, and the numbers and the singing, great quality. But I can't give it 5 stars because of the script and the book and the direction. It was just not to my expectation, and that's just so frustrating. And I really hope I don't come across like a really grumpy old shit talking about this show. I think the word's just disappointment, and I feel like that's why my emotions are just getting out. It's just one of those things, like, it just might be me. I'm sure that when I discuss it with people, like messaging, hopefully they can prove me wrong, or it was just an off night. So that's my review of Hairspray at the London Colosseum. I hope you've enjoyed me talking about it. If you've seen it in the past, or if you're going to see it, give me a message on Instagram. I'd love to talk about it and see what your thoughts are about it. But yeah, I'm James, and that's your curtain call.